Sige po. Simulan ko na po, sir. Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Christian Fadri, and now I will present my performance task in PreCalculus. Next slide. I chose math calendar 2021 problem number 1. How many add positive integers are factors of 480? Next slide. I wait po sir, lipat lang po ako. Ito po sir, simulan ko na po. Good morning everyone. I'm Christian Padri and now I will present my performance task in PreCalculus. Next slide. I chose Math Calendar 2021 problem number 1, number theory, and the problem is how many add positive integers are factors of 480. Next slide. So now, here is the suggested solution shown in the video. So let us start by writing the prime factorization of 480. And we can do that by continuous method. Let us divide 480 by prime numbers continuously. 480 divided by 2 is equal to 240. Then 240 divided by 2 is 120. Next, 120 divided by 2 is 60. Next, 60 divided by 2 is 30. Next, 30 divided by 2 is 15. Still, 15 can be divided by the next prime number, which is 3. Therefore, it is equal to 5. Next slide. So for the number of divisors, for any integers n greater than 1, writing the prime factorization of n as p sub 1 raised to a, p sub 2 raised to b, p sub 3 raised to c, and the pattern continues until p sub 1 raised to m, where p sub 1, p sub 2, and p sub 3 until p sub k are prime numbers and a, b, c, and m are positive integers. Then the number of divisor of n is given by using the formula d of n, that is divisor of n, equals to a plus 1 times b plus 1 times c plus 1, and the pattern continues until m plus 1. That is also the product of 1 more than the exponent of all the prime factors of n. Next slide. So how about the number of even divisor and the number of odd divisors? Let n equals to 2 raised to t times p sub 1 raised to a times p sub 2 raised to b times p sub 3 raised to c, and the pattern continues until p sub k raised to m, where p sub 1, p sub 2, p sub 3 until p sub k are prime numbers other than 2 and t, a, b, c, until m are positive integers. Then if t equals to 0, then there is no even divisor. If t is equal to 1, then the number of even divisor is d of n equals to a plus 1 times b plus 1 times c plus 1, and the pattern continues until m plus 1. Next, if t is greater than 1, then the number of even divisor is d of n equals to t times a plus 1 times b plus 1 times c plus 1, and the pattern continues until m plus 1. Lastly, the number of odd divisor is D of n equals to a plus 1 times b plus 1 times c plus 1, and the pattern continues until m plus 1. So that is also the same formula that we use in finding the odd positive integers of 480. Next slide. So let's go back to the suggested solution. Now we can write 480 as the product of each prime number, that is 2 raised to 5 times 3 times 5. Note that the prime numbers of 3 and 5 are used once as the factors in prime factorization of 480. Therefore, the number of odd positive integers divisor of 480 is equal to the exponent of 3, that is 1. 1 plus 1, next the exponent of 5 is 1 plus 1. Therefore, we have 4 odd positive integers factors of 480. Since 480 is quite small number, we can get the answer to this problem by continuous method. We know that 1 is factor of 480, also 3 is factor of 480, then 5 is also a factor of 480. We also know that the number is divisible by two different numbers, then it is divisible by the product of those four numbers, since 480 is divisible by 3 and 5. 480 can also be divided by 3 times 5, and that is 15. So using continuous method, we have 4 odd positive integers that are factors of 480. Next slide. Okay, so for the last slide, here's the alternative solution that I do. And the method that I use here is called listing method. Again, the problem is, how many odd positive integers are factors of 480? In listing method, we need to think of the factors of 480 starting by 1. So the first pair factor, we have 1 and 480, followed by 2 and 240, next 3 and 60, next 4 and 120, next 5 and 96, next 6 and 80, and we could skip the number that are not factors of 480. Now we will continue to 8 and 60, next 10 and 48, next 12 and 40, next 15 and 32, next 16 and 30. Lastly, we have the last factor, which is 20 and 24. Now we can clearly see that the odd positive integers factors of 480 are only 1, 3, 5, and 15. Then the answer for the math calendar 2021 problem number 1 are, there are 4 odd positive integers factors of 480, which is 1, 3, 5, and 15. So that's all for my performance task in PreCalculus. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir. Opo. Wala po, sir.
find the vertex of this parabola, coordinates of the vertex. Remember that process, translate this equation of the parabola into vertex form. Okay? So you can just use the formula for vertex. Gagawin na natin yung equation ng parabola. What we're going to do, factor out 16 equal to squared. 112 divided by 16 minus 70 equal to 60. Okay? Following. Now, complete the square inside the parenthesis. Negative 7 divided by 2 squared. So that will be adding 49 over 4 to the expression inside the parenthesis. But in fact, we are multiplying 49 over 4 by negative 16. So we subtracted 49 negative 16 times 49 over 4. 4 times 49, that will be 163 plus 36. We will subtract 196. Right hand side, what we do? As long as it is equal to that, we add 150. Look at that. Lagyan natin yung negative 16. I-multiply sa 49 over 4 para square root tayo. Cancel yan. So, magiging negative 4. So, plus 49 times 4 equal to 36. So, we subtracted 196 from negative 36 from negative 4. We need to put it back para we are not using the right hand side. So we can now rewrite the equation of the parabola in its vertex form that is equal to negative 16 minus 7 over 2 squared plus 396. So the vertex of this parabola is 7 halves 396. So the answer, the maximum height reached by the ball, maximum height reached by the ball is 396 feet. At 3.5 seconds. Ito hindi naman tinatanong yung time. Nilagay ko lang sa answer. So 896 feet at 3.5 seconds. Any question? Problem number 3. Hello. Tama ba? Tama ba? The group? Next. An explosion is heard. So, di ba mga students, nag-exercise ako doon sa nakasulat na. Kasi tinuturo ko yung parabola. Involving conics. Problem number 1. Problem number 2. Problem number 3. Parabola. Problem number 4. Most probably, this is about hyperbola. Medyo nga ako dyan. Okay? Pero tingnan natin bakit sa hyperbola. An explosion is heard at a forest range 7 seconds later at another station. The speed of sound is approximately 300 meters per second. The time to reach to 2,450 feet. closer to 1 decision, it is known that this load is not known. Hertz. And the ranges are approximately 4 kilometers apart. Make a diagram to show possible collisions and explosions. And of course, so let A and B be station. Let A and B station. And see location of the explosion. Okay, so we have point A and maganda po. Ito na pa tayo. Ah, let this be point A and point B. These are the range stations. Na? The problem, it says the range stations are approximately 4 kilometers apart. So let us draw an imaginary line containing these 2 points. Bakit di ko tamaan? Oh, draw ko na. Draw a line containing these 2 points. Natin ng konti. Alright. Then these two are 4 kilometers apart. And since the first set of figures, these are equal meters, let us show 4 kilometers and 4,000 meters. Dalawa, 4 kilometers apart, that will be 4,000 meters apart. Now, let us show the location of the explosion. Let us say the explosion at point P is somewhere 7 point. Yan na lang. It mentions that an explosion is heard at a station. It does not mention whether so this distance and this distance is yung tinravel ng sounds. How was it heard? First heard at B, that is our assumption. 7 seconds later, it was heard at another station. Natin yung 350 meters per second times 7 seconds. Magka-cancel yan. 350 times 7. 5 times 7, 35. 7 times 3, 21. So 2,450 meters. So yun yung nabanggit niya. Now, the size of the explosion is 2,400. That means the difference between the distances is 2,450 meters. That is another distance. So yun na lang ang kunin natin para hindi na tayo mag-absolute value. But absolute value of and that is 2,450. Let us show possible locations of those stations. In that case, if we have a constant difference between the distances from two identified points, so A and B will be the foci of that uh, locus of points that we're talking about. Then we'll have the possible location as, let us say, so ito na yung mga possible if A and B are foci. So sa kabila, ganun din. Dapat distances A minus B will be possible location. So we have the hyperbola or distances 2,450. Okay? Now, when we write the equation, if A and B are foci, then that will be the distance 2C from the video lesson. 2C must be equal to 4,000. And then C equal to, divided by 2, 2,000. And since the distances between point of explosion and station is a constant, and since the distance between the point of explosion and difference between the distances between explosion and destination is a constant, then 2A must be equal to 2,450. So A is equal to, divided into 1, 2, 5. Okay? From C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, and then B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. Then B squared, root, ano naman, no square root, then B squared must be 2,000 squared minus 1,225 squared. Yung, if you have solution, sagot natin sa B squared. Use the calculator. Two thousand squared minus 1,225 squared. Wait lang, magka-calculator ako. That is, ilan to? 2,499,375. Okay? Pag kinuha natin yung square root, 1,581. Yun na lang ang kunin natin. 1,000 B is equal to 1,581. So, the equation of the hyperbola, if the line containing the stations is the horizontal axis and the line passing through the center is the vertical axis, so the center is at the origin, therefore the equation of all these possible points will be x squared over 2,000 squared minus y squared over 1,581 squared equals 1. Sagot natin. And that is the illustration of all the possible points. Any question? Class?
Wala po.
Okay. If there's no question, then tapos na ating exercise number 8. So expect exercises to be this short para to give way to the presentation of your performance task next few meetings. Na? Ano pa? Tomorrow, do not forget your long test. What else? The next topic will be system of nonlinear equations. Okay, system of nonlinear equations. We'll have intersection of circle and parabola, intersection of hyperbola and other conics. Mga ganun, na. In the junior high school, you only studied system of linear equation, that is finding the coordinates of the intersection between two lines with coordinates x, y. Now, we'll be looking for the possible intersection between two non-linear conics yung ating gagamitin particularly. Okay? Sige. If you have no more question, no more clarification, yes, Raven?
Sir, tanong ko lang po kung hanggang anong oras po yung long test po bukas.
I will send the link to your GC at 8 a.m. until 12 noon. Isasara ko at 12 noon.
Sige po, thank you po.
Pero the exam is only good for 1 hour. Hindi naman ganun kahaba yung long exam. Pang 1 hour lang yung exam. Kaya lang, bubuksan ko siya ng 4 hours para dun sa mga hindi nakakapag-online kaagad. Okay?
Sige po.
Okay. Wala nang question? So, there's none. Thank you for attending the online class. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you po, sir. Bye po.
Thank you po.